Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video for you. I'm actually going to be sharing how I destashed over 100 polishes. I've destashed these polishes through various means, which I will go through in today's video. I know that destashing can be a bit of a tough subject for some people because you're kind of admitting to yourself that you bought something and it didn't work out. So I know it takes a lot of courage and effort to do a destash, but my efforts are going to be dedicated to making your efforts easier in the process of a destash. So the first step should always be to figure out what polishes you actually want to destash and why you want to destash them. I feel like I can make a whole video just on trying to figure out what polishes to destash, but for now, try to get yourself to that first step and then we can move on to step 2. Step 2 is going to be to figure out where you want to destash. Now, there are dozens of platforms where you can sell things that you use. Some of the platforms that seem to be the most popular and have the most active buyers tend to be Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook groups, as well as some groups on Reddit. So honestly, try to go through all of those, read all the group's rules to see if what you're trying to sell is allowed, as well as just what people are normally charging for their polishes. For step 3, I would suggest to acquire all of the materials that you would actually use in the destash process. So that means tape and scissors, definitely some kind of packaging, whether it's like cardboard boxes or bubble mailers. I think both are popular, but if you're using a bubble mailer, I would definitely recommend buying extra bubble wrap so that you can individually wrap each polish and then put it into the mailer. Whereas the cardboard boxes, it's probably not necessary to bubble wrap them as well, but honestly, sometimes you never know, and it's better to be safe than sorry. You are also going to need a printer to be able to print out the shipping labels. Step 4 would be taking the pictures of each polish. So that entails cleaning each bottle of polish if there's remnants on it from prior manicures, if it's a used bottle, as well as being able to see the visible fill line on the bottle so that it makes it easier for the consumer to see exactly how much product that they're getting. You also want to make sure that your polishes are being captured in a good light, so there's no confusion if you have multiple similar polishes in a listing, that it's easier to tell which is which. So just make sure all the photos are in good, clear condition before you post to whatever site that you're going to be selling on. Okay, so now the 5th step in destashing is my least favorite step just because it is so tedious. It basically entails writing the listing for each destash post you're going to be making. Sometimes it might vary a little bit if you're posting in different groups. Each of them have different rules on how you're going to list a polish, but in general, you're going to want to include the usage on the bottle. So if it's a brand new inbox or just like new, or if it's used for X many manicures, etc. You're also going to want to make sure to list all the names of the polishes and brands, as well as including your location of where you will be shipping from and whether or not you are open to shipping internationally or seeking to only ship domestically. You are also going to probably want to indicate how you want to be paid, whether it's Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. Of course, if you use sites like Mercari or Poshmark, then that should all be taken care of. I would also recommend that if you do use PayPal, to always go through goods and services. You are charged a fee, but it protects the buyer and the seller in case of any accidents with the shipping process. All right, so now that you finally have your first destash post up, you're going to hopefully get some buyers or people who are interested. Make sure that whatever app you're selling on, you have notifications on so that you can be on it right when someone messages you or inquires about a specific product. But once you have come to a conclusion on what they would like to purchase, then you're going to want to make sure you get all their details for payment and shipping information, as well as then updating your destash posts to let people know that polishes have been sold. Some people also like to indicate when polish sales are pending so other people can line up in case those pending polishes end up not being sold. Alright, and next you're going to want to just double check and make sure all the polishes are in good condition, and then you're going to want to put them either in a carton or just bubble wrap them, or however you see fit. If you're going to be bubble wrapping, I suggest wrapping it at least twice, if not like 3 or 4 times, and then placing it in whatever carton. And then you're going to want to print the shipping label from whatever vendor you got it from, whether it's UPS, FedEx, or USPS. And then you're gonna want to seal the package and drop it off. The last step is optional, but I always like to send out the tracking information whenever I receive it so that the buyer can track their package and know that I dropped it off. Additionally, another tip that really prevents any miscommunication is acquiring a receipt when you drop off a package, because it'll just be extra confirmation that you actually did hold up your part of the deal. Alrighty, so that's pretty much all the tips I have for you. I tried to do a step-by-step process just so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you start a destash. Destashes, like I said, can be a little bit overwhelming. What makes it easier, I find, is if you only list maybe like a dozen or less polishes at a time, because even though a lot of you might have like even hundreds of polishes that you want to destash, that can seem a bit insurmountable. So if you only list like 10 polishes at a time and see how it goes, or just some version of baby steps, you don't have to tackle everything all at once. Another way to do it is that people sometimes will make bundles and just sell like 3 for X amount of money and do it that way, so the polishes will leave quicker. I've also seen people do like mystery bags, so maybe they'll do like 5 polishes for $25, but of course you don't know what you're getting. So there's honestly lots of different ways you can go about doing your own destash, but I have found success. Like I said, I have shipped and destashed over 100 bottles of nail polish. So anyway, I hope this calmed some of your nerves when it comes to destashing and just made the idea of it a little bit easier if it's something that you're looking forward to doing this year. Also, let me know if you ever want to do a destash, and if this video helped you at all, that would be awesome. Okay, bye!